Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this video, and today I'm going to be talking about the placement, how you can optimize the placements on your campaigns. So this is the same campaign of the past video, and this campaign did pretty well. I launched my ads on mobile and desktop, and the reason is that in the beginning I want to see which one is converting the best. Now you will see that 90% of the 95% of the cases you will get more traffic from mobile simply because there's more traffic. And believe it or not, most of my sales come from mobile, and here you can prove it. Desktop has been, an amazing placements ever since the beginning of advertisement, but since more people are, changing from desktop to mobile, you gotta definitely use mobile. So when I launch my ads, I launch them in mobile and desktop to see which one converts the best. Now in this case, you would have said like, okay, hey, but why don't you separate mobile and desktop since the beginning? And the reason is the same like I mentioned in the past video, because if I don't know if a product sells, if I don't know if I have a winning product with a winning audience, why would I even split test the desktop and mobile, right? First, I want to know if I'm working with a good product. I want to know if I got the right audience for that winning product, and then I want to start getting creative and playing around with the different optimization methods such as gender, age, placements, and all of that stuff. Now, I ran all of my ads in mobile and desktop together. And when I scaled out, which means that you create more ad sets within your first campaign, I scaled with interests. So I, for example, duplicated an ad set, changed the interest, but I kept the mobile and desktop. And the reason is that I didn't divide desktop alone because it didn't have such a good ROI, but it was getting definitely some reach from my ads. So in here, I was not making that much money. I was making some money, but I was not having a good like return on investment, so that I would have said, okay, I'm just gonna divide this on desktop and use that desktop separated. Because first of all, if I divide desktop, I'm not gonna have enough traffic. As you can see here, my reach is kind of low. I have higher costs. I have a cost per purchase of $15 compared to 11 on mobile. So the reason I didn't want to divide desktop alone, because it didn't impress me. The numbers didn't impress me, and I would much rather send them together and get a higher reach, and instead of separating them. Now you might have said, okay, why don't you launch only on mobile? I could have done that, but I was still making money on desktop. So I would have been sacrificing that. I just wanted to launch the both together because I would be able to get a higher reach, and in this case, it wouldn't make a big difference because most of my traffic was mobile. In many cases, you will see that the ROI in desktop is very, very high. It can even be twice as much on mobile. The return on investment in that you spend, let's say, 5,000 and made 15,000. In that case, I would definitely test the placement separated, because you can literally squeeze some sweet ROI out of those placements, instead of having them together. When you put the placements together, when you put the genders together, when you put the ages together, the age ranges, Facebook will automatically optimize, determine which of those is the best, and start sending more traffic to that specific placement. Okay, in this case, as you can see, the reach was way higher on mobile. That's because Facebook determined that this placement was much better. So it didn't send as much, it didn't give as much impressions on desktop. But still, I don't have a good ROI. So I completely understand that Facebook sent most of my traffic here, but still, this didn't have a good ROI. I could have had the same reach and an ROI that was way, way higher. So I was not impressed with this. And that's pretty much it. So when you have two placements, mobile and desktop, really determine what is the ROI within those placements, how much traffic you are getting, what is the cost overall, and based on that, decide if you could separate those placements into different ad sets and start sending traffic to those to see which one performs the best. It's a way more fair comparison when you have two ad sets, one mobile and one desktop, to see which one is better. Because if you put them together like I did here, Facebook is just gonna send more traffic to the best one. But in the beginning, you want to do it like this. Because you don't want to be separating placements if you don't have a good product or a good audience. Okay, this is kind of like the third step. You first find the product, then you find the audience with the placements together. And when you find those things, you can start getting creative and use the winning audiences and separate them in mobile and desktop to see which one is better. Okay, so hopefully that makes a ton of sense. And like I told you guys, there's no right way of doing it. You can literally do it in a ton of ways, but what I'm trying to teach you here is to see the big picture, how it works, so that you can get that knowledge and implement it yourself and start reading your data. As you can see here in the numbers, the CPM, I mean, it's almost half of the CPM in desktop. The view contents, I got a way more view contents, but this is also related because Facebook showed this ad to more people on mobile. I got way more purchases, and this is the comparison I'm seeing. Even though this got less traffic, it didn't get a good ROI. So I got more traffic here, plus a higher cost per purchase, meaning that I was paying less money to generate a sale, and I had a better ROI compared to this one. So less traffic here, worse ROI. That's why I kept it together. And you know, I could have perfectly done only mobile. I could have done only mobile, but I would have been missing the reach of the desktop people, and I would have missed 1,121 emails. Remember, an add to cart, guys, means an email. It's pretty much a very similar number to how many emails you're getting. So I did make some money here, plus I generated over 1,000 emails, which each email has a certain value. You know, an email can mean $1, $2 for you. So let's say I got an extra $1,000 profit in here, $2,200 profiting here. You gotta see it like that. That's why I kept it. But this is the video for placement. Hopefully you got a ton of value. You can see this data when you go to Ads Manager. Right next to columns, there's a tab called Breakdown, and then you just click on placement and you will see this information for your campaign. So guys, this is the video. Hope you liked it, and see you in the next one.